We're joined by head coach Seb Hines. Quick turnaround here. Played Friday, Amazon Prime against the Kansas City Current. What kind of match are you expecting?
Competitive game. Both teams wanted to go after it. I think for us, like you said, a quick turnaround from the game on Sunday against Chicago to playing against Kansas, who are also trying to win the Shield this season. So I expect a competitive game on Friday.
Just kind of going back to the last time you guys played at their place, you were a player down and took a win away. How much do you feel like that feeling for them is going to kind of play into this, wanting kind of revenge from that game at their house?
Listen, I'm not here to talk about Kansas. We have to focus on ourselves. We're obviously coming to our own place in front of our own fans, and we want to continue that momentum. For us, it's another game. It's the next game in the schedule, and we want to continue to keep winning and keep that separation from the pack that's trying to chase us. So yeah, it'll be an exciting game for everyone.
When you look at Kansas, I mean, you can't go about without saying Timo Turinga and her current form. I mean, how do you stop a player like her? And I guess kind of training against a player like Barba, how do you feel like the defense is kind of prepared for a player like her?
Yeah, I mean, we experienced that in the last game. Obviously, she created something out of nothing. She's a great player. I mean, her stats back it up as well. There's not another player like her in the league, and so we have to be concentrating at all times. We have to be proactive. We have to try and stop it at source as well, to not allow her to get a run at us or the ball's in behind for her to run after her as well. But one thing about this team, is their character, and they take a lot of pride in their defending, and it will be no different on the game on Friday.
When you look at the team's current streak of shutouts and the current team's shutout streak in general over the season, intense this year, I mean, how do you feel like this team defensively matches up against a team like that offensively, and just like the firepower that they have?
Yeah, it'll be our biggest test all season long. Kansas has scored the most goals in the league, and we've got the most clean sheets and a great defensive record, and it'll be tested no more than on Friday. So yeah, it's a good matchup. Obviously, last game we were down to 10 players and was resilient enough to keep the ball out of the net. There'll be no different with hopefully 11 players on the field, and everyone has to contribute. That it's not just the starting 11, bench players coming on and being game changers will help us get that over the line.
How much do you feel like the home environment is going to help this time around, just with the fans backing you and the playing at your house?
Yeah, we can go back to the last time we played them at their place, and it was an incredible atmosphere. The Kansas City fans really backed their team, and to get a sellout was great for us to play in front of. We're hoping to get more fans into our stadium. I think the players deserve that. I think what they've done so far this season has been incredible, and I think if we can get more fans to come into our environment, it can be a more hostile environment for the opponent and make it as challenging as possible. We say it all the time every week that we play at home. The fans are our 12th player, and we really need them to get behind this team and push us forward to hopefully get the 3 points on Friday.
For you guys last season to narrowly miss the postseason to already clinching, what has that turnaround been like, and just what does it feel like to be in this position right now?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty unfamiliar for all of us. There's probably only Marta who's been here that's clinched playoffs since the existence of Orlando Pride. And I think that also can be a positive to us because, we just take it game by game. It was nice going into the Chicago game, having already clinched playoffs, but you can see that we didn't drop our standard. We still controlled the game. We still created a lot of opportunities. We still negated Chicago's opportunities as well. So we have to remain at a high standard. We have to keep that gap between ourselves and second place as much as possible. And so, yeah, we're on to the next game, and it's against Kansas City at home.
Yeah, and how have you guys been able to I guess how hard is it to kind of stay up and stay consistent when you are so far ahead and you've already reached at least one of your goals this season?
I would just compliment the players and their attitude, how they put themselves in those positions to keep driving the standards. We can't take our foot off the gas, and that is really pushed by the players and the leaders that we have here. You can see that going back to the last game against Chicago, that they still remained a high standard of play, and we still want to win things. We want something to show for all the stuff that we've done this year. It's nice breaking records, and it's nice that we're making a statement within the season, but we obviously want something to show for it at the end, and I think that's been the biggest motivator this year.
Coach, when you have, the city also has a powerful forwards like Banda and the other forwards were from Kansas City. But Banda hasn't scored in a couple of games, and other players has stepped up on their role. Do you think it's an advantage that maybe other teams are being worried about Banda, but you have other weapons to attack and win games?
I think as a forward, your role is to contribute either goals or assists, and everyone has their time. You look in the last couple of games, Summer Yates stepped up, Marty stepped up, Adriana stepped up, Barbara stepped up multiple times. So that could be the case, but I think it also takes the pressure off individuals. Barbara's come into this league and this season and started incredibly well. But she's still finding herself in really good positions, and if it wasn't for an incredible goal line clearance, she would have scored last game against Chicago. But we'll just continue. I know she wants to score. I know she's hungry to score, and that's the pleasing thing because she's still putting herself in positions to score goals.